Welcome to this new episode of Young Learner. I'm Daniele Mingolla, and today I'm going to talk about a very incredible person that I had luck to meet in Barcelona. And this person is Pasqual. So thank you, Pasqual, for being here. And why I decided, to interview him, because we met, no, correct me if I'm wrong, during an indie hacker meetup. And you started like telling me your story and so on. And you are very, very, very young. And you are already an entrepreneur, I could say, no, because I don't want to spoil it a lot, but you have some business. You are already solving problems. You are making revenue, of course. And what really surprised me about you, and I think that it's the main reason, no, why I decided to have this opportunity to interview you. Sorry, it's because I think that your story is very inspiring, and it will teach a lot, especially to young people like me and to our listeners, about the ambition, no, the fact that also very young people can, if they want, if they are ambitious enough, can solve problems and can create a business, right?
Thank you
And
very
this is
much.
go a bit. This is go a bit against, no, the normal, I would say, culture mindset, at least in Italy. I don't know in Spain, but then maybe we can also discuss this, where young people, they need, to wait, and then maybe when they are old they can do business because they don't have a lot of experience. But now with the AI tool and so on, things are easier. Okay, of course there will always be difficult, but so thank you very much, Pasquale. I hope that you are good.
Yes. Thank you very much to you for the invitation, Daniele, and for these words. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm as you said, I'm 23 years old, and we met in the Indie Hacker meetup here in Barcelona. It was a pleasure, and I'm really glad to be here with you.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask you if you can like introduce yourself, no? Very
Mhm.
what is your background? What are you currently working on? What is your educational background and so on?
Mhm. Yes, I was born here in Barcelona. I went to like three different colleges, and finally, like I went to uni. I was going to do like I always wanted to be like architect, and in the last moment, my father, who is an architect, told me, "Don't do it. It's not a good moment. Do another thing, whatever." And the second option, it was computer science, and so I wasn't like I was not very prepared with computer science. I know something about programming because we did it in high school. That was one of the best things that high school has taught me. But yeah, I didn't know at all how to program, how to do a website. So yeah, it was like my project before starting was to do a website, and at that moment I didn't know which website I would do, or like everyone was doing a to-do list or whatever thing. It was why I have to do this if no one will use it. Neither me, I have plenty of apps. So I try to do a kind of website that will be useful to somebody. And so in that moment I just did the exams for entering into the uni, the uni entrance exams from here. So I decided to do something better than 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 the actual website, and this has been my project since now after 5 years. And finally I did like I learned how to do a website, but also how to build something and be useful to others and monetize it.
Yeah, this is something very incredible in the sense that typically, when people don't know how to code or when they don't know something in general, and they want to learn this, what I see is that they start, with some boot camps, some courses, and so on, books. Of course, I'm not saying that they are bad. Okay, they are good. But what is really good in your story is that you understood at the beginning that you need to solve a problem, and you learn your how to code, how to build a website, and then a lot of things. No, I assume like how to develop a user interface that makes sense, how to do marketing, all these things by yourself with the idea in mind to solve a problem. So you were like enjoying the process, right? Like solving a problem and at the same time learning. So without waiting of, yeah, let's finish this course, let's finish this book,
Mhm.
and so on. And then you start this website, and then what happens?
And then um, yes, I didn't know how to do marketing or whatever. It was like, oh, yes, yeah, it's done. Now what? Who's there? No one's there. So I tried to put it on social media. My all my friends try to send like feedback or whatever,
Mhm.
like and like repost and all the things. But it was my father that had a like very good marketing idea that he's not working anymore. So like he was thinking and he got like a very good idea to send cold emails to professors. And that was the well, we think it was the key idea that was like changing, because it made very good sense for CEO, no, SCO, sorry,
Mhm.
because a lot of schools started to refer the website, and so they they try to like to show it to the students. And about what you said, I didn't know the process. It was like very naive. I don't know, because it was like, okay, now I want to build this. I just do it. I just do this. I don't think I didn't thought like what I had to do next. So it was like for me it was easier. Now I want to, if I want to do another website, I know all the process, and for me it's like wow, it's going to be hard. In that moment, it was all like very
Mm.
fun to do it. I didn't know the process. It's like life, perhaps, that when people are old, they don't think it will be as funny as it has been. So yeah.
No, no, but it's always like that. No, I think that when you start an entrepreneurial journey, when you decide somehow to resolve a problem, so to become an entrepreneur, you don't know what's
Mhm.
next, right? But that's the things, the mindset, right? That's the things that I really want to underline, because a lot of people stop at the beginning. They say, okay, I don't know how to do a website. Okay, yeah, I will not do it, or I will pay someone else. Okay, that, of course, is the easier part. Surrender, change idea, or just pay someone else. No, in your case, what I really like is that you say, okay, I don't know how to do it, or I don't
Mhm.
know how to do it in such a way to be sellable, right? Because yeah, you said, yeah, I have a website, good, but now the problem is make this website attractive enough to be able
Mhm.
to sell it, no, to get money. And this is also something that you learn, no, you learn, and then now it will be easier for you. So based on my understanding, the key idea here was to, everything started by the fact that thanks to these cold emails, you reach a lot of professors. Now, and these professors start, they find value in your website, of course, and they start to recommend your website to their students, right?
Yes, the actual website, the one that I used, it
Hmm.
was really shitty. It was like
Yeah.
very old JavaScript. Um, it was crazy to look in the mobile. It was impossible. So I did like a UI more
Hmm.
understandable, but also some content or some classification that there was not on that website. On that moment, there was only like the documents, the PDFs, and that was really horrible to study, because you had like to navigate all the time, look here, look there. It was impossible. So I thought it was a good idea, like that you can search problems of exams, that you can say, okay, now I want to study only like the history of Spain during the year
I
X,
got it.
and you find all the problems that say that year, or like I only want to study this type of of problem that is always the same. And that was very useful, because well, it was the way that I studied. And it's like doing the website. It's okay, I study now all the, it's like sequential. I do all these things. Once I know how to do and how to resolve these problems, now I can go next. and this was like very success. Well, it was like very,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
people
Very
liked a
successful to be
lot.
honest. Yeah.
Yes, and so I also did like a printed version of the website, so that people could study. And also these things, what it has another good feature, that is that when you're doing the problem, you can also have the solution at the same moment. Yeah, like, um, you just do it and then you say, okay, get the solution. This is very simple, and it's like in Duolingo, in all the
Yeah.
applications, but there's not for like a very niche specific
Got it.
entrance exams like this one. And these few things, they were already good for the moment that there was that shitty website.
Yeah, yeah. Just to clarify, that's because, as you said, your website is solving a specific problem. No, there are
Mhm.
students in Spain. They want to enter in some specific university and university courses, and in order to do so, they need to pass an exam, right? And they
Exactly,
need to prepare in order to pass the exam. And it's
exactly.
not so easy. So what you have done is, first of all, understand that this is a problem
Mhm.
that people are willing to pay. And what you have done, correct me if I'm wrong, is like providing a platform, a website with
Mhm.
all the material that they need in order to pass this exam, well prepared, well organized, and make this material no available to your students, so your student can purchase this material and can prepare in order to pass to this exam, right?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
one thing, and
The,
all the books that you are selling, I
mhm.
mean, every year, you need to change all the books, all the
Mhm.
material that you have on your website, or you
Yes.
just need like, yeah, okay, so you update automatically
Yes,
the
yes.
book.
I try to automate everything. It's my now it's the only thing that gives me pleasure in doing like building things. Yes, everything is automated, so every year it changes. And the only thing that is different is that the website, it was only from for Catalonia, like a very small part from Spain. And just right now, this week, I'm doing it for all Spain.
Well,
And there's like it's like a 4x X4 that can be like really significant.
yeah, sure, 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 sure. So now you're trying to expand, right?
Hmm.
Well, good luck, and then maybe we can talk about this. And
Thank you.
yeah, I'm curious to know what have been the biggest challenges now your entrepreneurial journey, because of course now, as I'm asking you question, and as you are telling your story, it seems like simple, right? Because you say,
Mhm.
yeah, I did this website, then I mean, it could seem like very easy, from an external person, but I assume that you have faced a lot of challenges, right? Which
Yes.
one were the most important, like top three challenges, the most difficult challenges that maybe sometimes make also you think, okay, I don't want to continue, right?
Mhm. Yes, one of the most important, I think it was the emotional one, because it I was doing it while I was on uni. So I was not there was a moment that I was more motivated on doing the website than going to uni. And like, I didn't tell my parents that I did I I didn't went to uni. Right now, yes, but at that moment, I didn't say that I was not going to uni because of doing my website. And in my head, it was like having two voices, like, you should go to
Mhm.
uni. What are you doing? But on the other hand, it's like, I'm happy. I'm learning here more than going there. So for me, that was very difficult. And in that moment, I didn't have any type of revenue, so it was even like, I have to do, I in my head it was all the time, I have to make money, I have to make money. If not, what I'm doing this. So it was like mentally hard. But once it started generating money, it was like, okay, there's no now finally it has everything has changed. And in the moment that I added this product, the printed version of the website that is the one that gives me revenue. It was during final exams, and my parents looked at me like, "What are you doing?" I just told them the idea. I have the idea to do this printed version of the website. I think it will be very great. It will be great. Uh, yeah, I found a place that they can print me the on demand, whatever. And they told me, "No, please, don't do don't do it right now. Don't do it, please." And I was like so motivated that I did it anyway, and I failed like 80% of the exams, but yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it, and finally I ended the career and everything. Just slower, but yeah, I did it.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. So I would say that maybe the most important challenge was more on the emotional side, right?
Hmm.
Go against what's the traditional path, right? So
Hmm.
university and so on. But then, as you said, you are continuing, you are keeping studying, right? Now that you have more or less automatized part of your business, so I assume you have more time compared to the beginning, right? When you start.
Yes, but I just ended this
Oh,
like 6 months ago. So now
oh,
I'm free and I'm like doing um, full time job on this and
wow,
trying to
congratulations.
expand and trying to add new products and everything. Yes.
And how did you come up with the idea of the printed book? I mean, you
Hmm.
just wake up one day and say, okay, printed book, or you said you. I mean, how was I would
Yeah.
say how was the interaction that you had with your customers? I mean, did you receive a lot of feedback? How did you interact? Have you have done like some interview with your customers in order to understand how they are using your product, what you can improve? And I'm very curious about the idea of the printed book because then, based on my understanding, then all the revenues start since that point on, right? Since
Yes. No, I didn't talk to any customer. Mm, I just like responded questions that they had about the exams, but I didn't ask, and this was a problem, and this is why it I I've been like 2 years without revenue. But
Mhm.
the idea came because I think because well, no, because a lot of factors. I also like to study writing, all the things like having printed and doing the exercise and having like it was my method, but I didn't know if it would be useful to others. I didn't know. But first I started by saying like, okay, I think everyone will like to have it printed because there's a lot of people, my friends also did like to have it printed. So I will add a printed version that is premium, so you can print it and have it the way you want, like how you want to organize it or the layout wherever. It was like similar to Quizlet. They had like a
Mhm.
version to print it and everything, but I realized that if there was this option to download and to have a PDF, just one person will buy it and everyone will like send to each other the printed version. So I didn't do it. I didn't do it, and I left it there. And then 2 weeks after, one friend, I went to study with her in a in like in somewhere in Barcelona, and just told me, "Oh, look, there's a new print on demand place here that is very cheap, very very cheap. It's perfect." And we went there, and okay, like when I entered, I realized that, oh, this could be like the perfect place to join all the parts and like to send the PDF and they send it to the customer. So no one will copy to each other. And also it's a physical product, it's a physical thing that I think the teenagers are more likely to pay because I think they are they don't have a lot of expenses, and they don't like to pay. So if it's something physical, they it's like more understandable, I think.
Yeah, I think that for people, yeah, I think that for people on average is easier for them to study from a book
Mm.
because this is the traditional way. No,
Yes, it's
since
a
the elementary school, yeah, you always been like used to study from books, right? And now you only offer physical books, or people can still purchase. I mean, the digital version of the books
only
from
physical
your web.
books. Some people ask for it, but I think that if there's that option, there would be less
Hmm.
revenue because they could send copies.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's very easy, no? Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but there's a subscription, also subscription part and everything, but it doesn't work because I think like teenagers don't have credit card and don't like to have like monthly expenses. And and yes, that was the part of having a book. And I publish it to the website, like thinking perhaps no one will buy it. I don't know, perhaps, but I will put it there. If like I don't lose anything, I put it. If someone wants to buy it, you, here we go, you have it. If not, there's no problem, I will do anything else. I will try anything. So yeah, it was. I that night I went to sleep like very sad. Like it was so much work to do it, and I thought I would just sell like 20 of them. And but then I have a dream. Like I looked my mobile and there was like a $50 stripe or something. And just when I wake up, I did that movement, and there was the 50 like income from Stripe, the first sale. Yes, it was fantastic. Best moment
yeah, yeah.
in life.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also trying to get that feeling with my SaaS. So yeah, but yeah, this would be my dream, right? Wake up
Yes,
and making money while you sleep because you have been able to build something that's really provide value to
yes,
your user, right? And
and it
aside
was
from
in.
yeah,
Sorry, sorry,
no,
sorry.
no, 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 no.
No,
Go
it
ahead.
was in the right moment also, because it was like 2 weeks before the entrance, like the exams. So people were very nervous.
Crazy.
Yes, it was a really good moment. Then now I've done like another website, and 6 months after, I don't have any Stripe from income from that website. So it's also, the time is very important, and sometimes it's luck also.
Yeah, yeah. But you say that your this website has become like profitable after 2 years, right?
Hmm.
So this is very no, this is an important lessons to write because now it seems like on Twitter and so on X, sorry, it seems like everyone is just creating a website and after 1 month you already have a 10K MRR, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's always as always. I mean, it's difficult, right? You need to test different
Really
things. That
difficult.
there are nights where you don't sleep, and so. But how do you? I mean, the point is, sorry, you said this physical book, okay? But how did you produce the content? I mean, did you write the content itself yourself? Sorry, the content of the book. I mean,
Hmm. No, the content is like a, it's PDFs that are without copyright. They are like
ah,
the
okay,
answers from the people that do the exams. That it's from the government. Well, it's from the government. Yeah, it's public data, and they put it like you can do whatever you want with that data. So there's a lot of websites that just publish that data, but there's no one that classifies them, extracts, doing NLP tasks and like
yeah.
machine learning things. So yeah, that's the only difference. And so I can automate everything and do it scalable also.
Got it. Do you have any competitor currently?
No, doing the same and selling the same. No, I had there was the old website that was used. It had like 20 years old or something like this. Like crazy, and it was really difficult to say, like, to change the mindset from professors, like, don't use that website, don't search that word, like, change it to mine that is better. It was really it was difficult process. Even it was much better, the students use it, but the professors, some of them, it was difficult to change their mind after so many years.
It's the power of habit, right?
Yes.
Once people still start using like your a specific service, product, whatever, it's very hard to change their
Yes,
habits and to convince them that there is something better, no? Because they
that's
need
right.
to create another habit, and
Yeah.
this is problematic. No, I mean, what sounds crazy for me is that you don't have any competitors in the sense, no, because it's, I mean, as you said, it's
Finger
like all
crossed.
the this, yeah, yeah. So maybe, yeah, yeah. No, I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
right now, no.
I hope, no? I
Hmm.
hope that, but it's also true that when there is an opportunity, a lot of people jump into the pool,
Hmm.
and so yeah. Okay, no, this is very, very interesting, very interesting. And now you say that you are also working on another. You also have another website now, no? That should be an e-commerce. I see.
Yes,
What is it about?
it's named Crudely, and it's about, like customizing hoodies for groups, especially for teenagers. Also, I'm trying to target the same audience, and it is a website so that you can put all the names from your group or from your class, and it generates automatically a design with all your name or all your names. For
Yeah.
example, here I have one example. This is mine,
Oh wow.
and
Cool.
like, you don't need to know Photoshop or anything,
Yeah.
and you can, like, customize it. You can pay your part. You send it like a link to your WhatsApp group, and it generates that
Wow.
that hoodie. But there is no other orders. But yeah,
Uh,
it's just time.
are you trying to push it using your first website? No.
Yes,
Are
I
you trying
put
like?
it there as an ad. Yes, but no, I think it's the time. There are some groups that just started to sending emails and everything, but I think it's like too early, because now the groups have has not been formed, I think. So I
I,
hope it's that. If not, I will try to do more things and make the product better and cleaner, and to talk to customers and get feedback, of course. And if not, I will need to pivot. Yes.
Got it. Got it. So currently we are working on these two
Hmm.
websites. So now your focus, I assume, it's more on this on Cruelly, right? I think. I mean, you are
Yes.
investing. Where are you investing also of your time?
Yeah, it depends on the day. Yeah. If I see an email like someone saying this doesn't work from Crewly, I just
Yeah,
work
yeah.
for Crewly. If a day I want to expand, I yeah. So some days I do one thing, others I do another.
Was it easier for you to build like Cruelly compared to? I mean, given now your expertise, not your
Hmm.
experience, I assume that it was easier for you to build it compared
Yes.
to the same Pasqual, like then I don't know 3 4 years ago when you decide to build the first website. No, exam. Sorry, the name of your first website is exam selectività,
Yes,
right?
it's like very strong keyword. Examines selectividad in the language. Yes, exams. It's like entrance exams uni in
Yeah.
Catalan. And yes, like the first website, I did it like three times, four times. First in JavaScript vanilla, then I saw Vue. I did it. I changed to Vue, then Svelte or Python, whatever.
Now Cursor AI, no? Now
Yes,
are you using Cursor
and
AI?
now with Cursor Eyes, like, so fast, man. So yeah, you just
Yeah,
told
yeah,
me
yeah,
when
yeah.
we went to the meetup, I was the only one that was not using it, and yeah, that's
20
crazy.
euro, bro. 20 euro a month.
That's crazy.
Nothing, right?
It's really
Compared to
good.
the amount of time. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And this is
and
something that. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no. Well, cruelly, I did it in 6 months compared to the others, and the technical, it is much more difficult to program it, and also without cursor. Yes, now with cursor, perhaps 1 month. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And linked now to the this Cursor AI, that for listeners that maybe don't know what Cursor AI is a, I would say, like a software that is helping developers to develop things, product, website, whatever you have in mind, easier thanks to artificial intelligence. So you can ask to this software, hey, write me, develop for me like this application with this characteristic, with this type of UI and so on, and Cursor will write it for you. So imagine, how fast it is. And just one thing that I want to underline: you are doing all these things alone, right? You don't have any
Mhm.
teams or freelancer, or you are a solopreneur, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
this is another thing that how I mean how difficult it is, right? Also to stay like motivated. What keep you motivated, like working on this project? Because I assume there are a lot of people. There are a lot of times where you are really excited, no, especially when the things go well, of course.
Mhm.
And then, as we know, the entrepreneurial journey is like a sort of roller coaster, right, of emotions. So there are times when you are like at your peak, and times where you are like at your lowest down ever. And yeah, I'm just curious to know you, since you don't have any teams. I mean, of course, you have friends. So, but since you are not working like with other people on your business, how you keep yourself like motivated, and how you keep yourself like pushing, also when there are in bad times, I would say.
Yeah, that's the difficult part. Really good question. um, yeah, that's difficult, and also it's difficult to be understood from like your friends or your people that you're around. Uh, but I don't know. I think it's the type of persona that I am. That I've always been very try hard to everything. Like playing soccer, I was like, I look it now and it's like I was why I was so that try hard. Like playing video games, everything. I think it's more about the persona that I want to keep pushing all the time. I'm not satisfied with like there was a moment that I also worked for a company doing like websites. I was like doing three things at the same time at the start of these entrance exams website. And for me it was not not satisfying. It was like, why I'm working if I put a lot of effort and my effort is not correlated to the money I gain. There's no sense. Like they are paying only for time. Like they are I'm wasting my time, my life here, you know. So
Yeah.
it keeps me motivated to not having a job, for example. Like to depend, like to everything that I do. I think it will be helpful, and it will increment my revenue. And yeah, here in Spain everything is really expensive right now, so I think it's the only way you can afford things, for example. if
Yeah.
if not, you have to pay credit to everything, so it's one thing that keeps me motivated.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And this is one of the reason people like me, like you, and other people that start to, that not that want to create a business also, is that I mean, if you put 100% in your business, then you have the chance, because no one never granted you anything, that you get 4 5x or 2x. But the point is that in your job, on average, okay, then depends on the company, depends on the company
Mhm.
culture, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Okay, they pay your time. I mean, if you are a very good employee, maybe you get the promotion, but still you need to work harder to get a promotion that on average does not respect that. It's not like proportional to the amount of
Mhm.
time that you put, right? So you say, okay, maybe I build 10 websites, or I build 5 websites, I always get, I don't know, 1,000 euro a month. That's my salary, it's fixed.
It's
No,
fixed.
I'm not be paid based on the amount of work that I'm doing. While in your business, yes, then your business, I mean, as you said, no, you can scale it quite easily
Mhm.
once you know that it's gaining like traction in Catalonia. Then you say, okay, let's try Spanish, and tomorrow, why not France or Italy or whatever, no? So imagine the amount of reach that you can get. Then you can also do marketing, then you can also do whatever you want, like using micro influencer, whatever, right? So you have like, I would say you have leverage. You can leverage your time, right? You put 100 hours in your 1000 hours in your platform in order to get I mean, you don't have any cap on the revenue if you think about it, right? Something that an employee instead has,
Exactly.
right?
It also has good parts as being an employee, because you also, even if the enterprise is not going well, you will be paid. So it's a trade-off, of course. But I think now that we are young, it's the best moment to try it. Just try it. If it goes well, it's perfect. If not, the plan B will also be
Yeah,
to be in another enterprise or whatever. But yes, I think the
no, I
best
agree.
moment to start is during uni, because you stay in your parents' house usually. You don't have so many expenses. You're really free. Like, you don't have child, you don't have anything, so it's the perfect time, and you have, yeah, a lot of time to fail. You don't have to pay rent usually, so it's a really good moment. If
Yeah,
not,
I agree with you. I agree with you. Also because now there are also the all these AI tool, no? So also if you are not a developer, you haven't studied computer science on, you can build, I don't know, website using WordPress or Framer or all these no website, no code platform that allow you to test, create
totally.
MVP. So it's
Mhm.
also quite cheap. I mean, as you said, Cursor costs 20 euro a month. I mean,
Yes.
everyone can afford it, and
Mhm.
it allow you literally to do a website in one week.
Yes.
Okay, maybe less if you work on it full time. So I think that you already give us a lot of advice, no? Like try it, never give up, learn. I mean, solve one problem at a time, no? So
Mhm.
don't do like an entire video courses and then maybe at the end start practicing. Solve your problem, iterate, talk with people, feedback, try to understand what makes sense. I mean, understand that it will be hard. Okay, and then maybe, I mean, this is another thing, no, that your website now is going very well, but for 2 years, no. So another
True.
person could have said, yeah, this is a very bad idea, right?
Mhm.
Because it's not profitable. But this is very important, right? That never give up sometimes, right? Because maybe you just need to, your idea is good, but maybe you need to change something, you need to put like
Totally.
physical books or maybe the marketing or the UI something, and then click. And
Totally.
so, but my question still is, do you have any, aside from this, no, that you already teach us a lot of things in very short time, I would say, do you have any two or three advice that you would like to give to your younger self? So imagine if now Pasqual could talk with Pasqual of 4 5 years ago.
Mhm.
What suggestion would you give it to him?
Yes, one thing that I really liked, that I didn't know that I was doing it well, it was like first focusing on getting clients. I sorry. First, getting viewers, like getting audience. It was the first 2 years that my focus was like being a number one in SEO. I don't want revenue. I didn't have any products, just like AdSense for self hosting and everything. And I think like it was really good, this part, to only have like visitors, but also it would have been really great like to have a product, so as to have more revenue on the start. And also I think to use ads, also like ads, I didn't use them because I wanted to be very clean and like
Mhm.
only having profit. But this also made me like a very long path, very organic, that is really good. The organic moment, everything is organic, so it's perfect because people like it, not for ads. It's because it's useful for them. And the other thing that I would say to me is like to know to know when it's time to say like stop when trying to automate things. There was a moment, I mean, like 1 year, 2 years, yeah, in between 1 and 2, trying to automate everything that I did. And it was impossible. It was impossible, but I tried, and I didn't find the answer because it was like there was not LLMs and anything. and I try to automate it, and like how to crop the exams in problems and to organize to do this part automatically, and I didn't find the answer, and I was like depressed, or I had really bad moments for this because I didn't was able to find it, and I thought that it was my fault, but it was the fault that there was no technology for that, for doing that. It was really complex. So another thing that I would say is like sometimes you need to know that it's external to you, that if even if you try everything, it's not your fault, and you only need to wait to other technology comes. And now with LLMs everything has changed, and all the code that I had in 2 years have been disappeared, everything, not a single part has been used. So sometimes it's not your time. You only need to wait. Like your idea can be really really great, but sometimes it's luck that you need to know your time.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, yeah. No, of course, of course. You were trying to optimize something in a period where there was no such technology, but then you have been able not to learn a new tools
Yes.
and apply. So there is always this, no, these common patterns among people that reach some specific goal like yours, right? That they have a grow mindset, so they don't know one thing like LLM cursor whatever, but they are willing to try, they are willing to go out their comfort zone. That's the things, because yes, you're right, you said there was no technology at that time, now there is technology, but now, I mean, since thanks to your personality, thanks to your mandate, you have been able, no, to hack, how to say, this technology
Hmm.
and destroy what you have done, recreate it from scratch or a part of it at least, incorporate it, and now making things easier, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
think, yeah, curiosity is really important to all the founders and everyone that wants to build or do something. Curiosity is, yeah, it's really important.
yeah, and I would say, so for you, what's the most important skill that an entrepreneur should have?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's really difficult answer. I think like a lot of things, like perseverance. I think it's really important. Um, Think that you are able to learn or able to do it. A lot of people don't try it because they think they are not able. Of course everyone is able, they just need time and yeah, and 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 they want to learn also. mm, Being a little crazy also because who wants to do this difficult journey if you can just work and pay your rent and be happy and going to restaurants, while the other side is like staying until 12 a.m. sometimes. Yeah, it's you have to be a little bit crazy and risky taker, of course. You have to have that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You need, yeah, yeah. Of course. I mean, you need to love the risk, you know, like the, as I
Yes.
said, the emotional roller coaster, because that's it. If you are more, I mean, nothing wrong, but if you are more like a person that like the stability and so on, of course, entrepreneur is not for you, right? So, Pascal, thank you very much. We are, unfortunately, we are like, I only have like two questions for you, and then we need to to stop this is interview. But really, a lot of value. Oh my God, incredible! I hope that listeners will. At least one percentage of listeners will reach this point,
Let's
you know,
hope.
because most of people the attention span is so low that most of people like stop at 1 minute. I would say, what are your long term goals for your project in general? No? So if you can tell us, of course, if you want to share
Of
this
course.
with us, and then how can people can contact you? How can
Okay.
people can, yeah, what are your social media, and if you're
Yeah,
active right
in
now?
X they can find me. Yeah, usually it's where I'm the most part of the time. But yeah, that's true that I don't like social media. But yes, they can find me there like once in a week or something like this. It's I think it's coms
Mhm.
0804. And yes, the other question about long term is, it's difficult for me because I don't like to think in long term.
Mhm.
But yeah, in 1 2 years, I would like to be. I would like to have this platform as the reference for students. For me, it would be a crazy goal, but I would really like to do that. Like everything that I needed to put it there during this long journey of being a student. That is a horrible journey. I didn't like it, and at least make it like more easy, more attractive, and to do it like to study like a video game. That would be my goal. Like that you can study having fun.
Gamify your platform, right? So apply
Yes,
some doing what Duolingo is doing with language learning,
totally.
but with
But
your
with
apps. So making
useful things. Yes, for
wow.
useful exams, for making your life greater. Yes.
Yes, no, I think that what you are doing is very incredible, and I'm a person that really care about education because you know how much education is important. No, thanks to people that share their knowledge online, you have been able and also been able to code to resolve a lot of problems. So education is important, is
Mhm.
a leverage. I always suggest people to study, of course, useful things is possible, and useful and practical things. So I wish you a lot of luck. I'm sure that with your mindset, what you already show, what you already shown to people and to yourself, you will be able to do great things. I'm sure. Of course, it will be difficult, but you already face a lot of challenges and you're already crazy guy, right? Crazy entrepreneur. So, Pasquale, I'm gonna put
Thank
all
you.
the links to your social and to your website, to Exam Selectividad and to Crowley, sorry, in the description. So, listeners, if you are listening and if you want to know more about Pasquale project,
Thank
let's
you very
check the
much.
description. We are at the end. Thank you very much, Pasquale. I really, really enjoyed. It's a pleasure for me to interview you and to meet you. A lot
Thanks
of
to you,
value
Daniela.
from
Thanks to you.
from this.
And one small thing. Now the expandation, it will be a new name, and it will be like Cele
Okay,
dot s. And yes, I think this will be the next name for all, for
got
everything.
it,
Yes, thank you
got
very
it.
much
Otherwise,
for your time and your interview, and for creating such value here in this platform.
thank you for being here. Thank you also to our listeners and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.